Hey there, Hofstra fans. Welcome to another episode of Blue and Gold Weekly, your inside look at Hofstra Pride Athletics. I'm your host, Kevin Dexter. It was another busy week for our fall teams here on campus, and no team is hotter than the Hofstra volleyball squad. 7 straight wins to start the season for the Pride. They won 3 matches in 3 days this weekend. First, they hit the road for the Rose Hill Classic at Fordham and won a pair of matches there. Friday, they beat the host Rams 3-1, followed that up with a 3-set sweep of FDU on Saturday. On Sunday, they played their home opener against Temple, and after dropping the first set, the Pride rallied. Isadora Stagely was tremendous yet again. 24 kills and 14 digs to lead the way for Hofstra in their 4-set comeback win. And freshman Julia Amorim continued her stellar play. She was named the CAA Defensive Player of the Week, setting a CAA-era program record with 14 blocks. Well, what has been the key to this hot start? I had a chance to talk about that and much more with one of the leaders of this Pride volleyball squad, junior Beatriz Braga. Well, the Hofstra volleyball team is off to a 7-0 start to the season, an incredible start so far, joined now by junior outside hitter Beatriz Braga. What has been the key to this hot start so far?
I think a big part of it is team chemistry. I think we worked on it for a pretty long time before actually starting the games and everything. I think every piece that got added to the group contributed. The pieces that were already here, the returners, we all worked on ourselves so much over the summer. I've seen people gotten so much better, and just overall we just blended together. We're on the same energy. I think that's a big part of it. Another part of it is just coaching staff. I guess they've been doing an excellent work this year. Everything that they say is pretty valuable. The things that they're adding this year, they're so much valuable. And then I think everything put together just made out the 7-0 pretty good start.
So how much does this help the confidence level of the group? You know, winning is contagious, right? Winning is fun. Does that make you guys even more confident now because you've had this start?
100%. I think the confidence is there. We're trying to not get too caught up on that though. Like, we know even though it was 7 wins, there's a lot that has to be worked on. They weren't like 7 perfect wins. You know, we have what we call like ugly matches, ugly wins, which is great. We find out a way to win, but that's not like there was an issue here or there that has to be fixed. So right now we're looking for those patterns, and of course we're very confident, very happy with the result, but we are looking for those patterns to find anything that we can improve, really.
So you have a core group that's been here a while now. You're part of that. You also lost some key pieces, you know, in the offseason, players that have been here a long time, right? Beatriz Alves, Kiara, and Yamor Janelle. How have you, in this group that's been here, kind of filled that leadership void with those 3 not here anymore? I
mean, obviously, Bia was the captain when I got here my freshman year, so I'm kind of like being that transition period, and it is hard. Like, they left a legacy behind that I'm trying to pick up on it, and then at the same time, like, add my little flavor to it. Yeah. They are still, of course, missed. Like, they were a big part of the program, but I think the things they taught us, they're also a big part of it. Like, you know, Neil as the libero right now, like, her and Kiara had like a really good relationship in that sense of like building towards something. Like, they left a legacy that's still here, you know, even though they left, of course, as players and as like what they could contribute physically. They left a legacy, and we still live off of that. Like, every single day that like the decisions I make, I think about like what Bia did back then, like what makes sense really at that time to make a choice. So they're still kind of here in a sense, and of course they're missed, but their legacy, it's still here. Like, it'll still help me like building something.
Yeah. Well, and to that point, you do have a lot of those returners. You know, we mentioned not having those 3, but you have a core group that has been here.
Yeah.
How helpful is that?
Oh my God. I mean, of course, the seniors, Isa, Clara, Emily, Mary, they're excellent in everything they do. They're also having a pretty good start. We have a pretty good base already just with them alone. And then like the junior class, the sophomore class, adding that. it's been great, really. Everybody worked on, and not only like they were already great in the seasons before, I think everybody really did improve this time.
You talked about Bea a lot earlier. Obviously, she was your setter for a long time. Now you have a new setter, right, in Nina,
Yes.
who's been off to a great start. How does that relationship kind of built as the season has started off?
I mean, Nina's a great person. She's so sweet. It's been pretty easy to transition, but of course, she's not used to it. She's not used to the American system. She's not used to Hofstra system. So it is a little bit rough for her, and we are, of course, taking our time, like, with a lot of patience. I think she has a lot of room to improve in that sense, but she made it so much easier just by being who she is, like, very easy personality, very nice, like, very kind, very supportive. She's also very patient, so that helps a lot.
CAA play starts this upcoming week. You've got UNCW coming here. We know the conference is always tough. You guys had a really good year last year and then obviously lost come conference tournament time. What is the focus as you start conference play to really make sure you pick up where you've left off and you've had you started the season?
Yes, I think, as I said before, right now we're looking at the patterns from preseason that our team has showed over the time playing, and some things are not really going to change just because season starts. So we're trying to be aware of that and then improve every single day, like over practices. And now, of course, we're doing more scouting, more video, being just strategically more prepared for season and for the teams that come. But also being aware of what we have done already. It's an important base. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Yeah. Well, you guys obviously are off to such a great start. We know you thrive when the energy is in the building, right? You guys celebrate every point. I love that about volleyball, right? The energy is in the building. What's your message to those people at Hofstra who might say, hey, volleyball 7-0, I want to go check out the match, to tell them to come out and kind of to support you guys?
Yeah, I really think, like, even though it's not a pressure, but I think it's our responsibility when those people come to deliver a good match. Like, we're just so excited to see everybody there. They support us. Like, for me especially, they had some Brazilians in the crowd and they were saying like things in Portuguese. So it's really, it's amazing, and we want to keep that going. So it goes both ways. Like, they give us the energy to produce more, and we're also producing more to make sure that they come every time, like it's a good, that they're also enjoying the match, it's a big part of it.
All right, Beatriz Braga, thanks for a couple of minutes.
Of course.
Continued success, congrats on the great start, and we hope you keep it up here as the season goes on.
Thank you.
And thanks again to Beatriz Braga for a couple of minutes. Next up for the Pride, it is CAA play. They'll play their first home conference series of the year against UNCW here at home on Friday and Saturday. Well, it was also a winning week for Hofstra men's soccer. First, they hit the road to play Princeton in a non-conference matchup, and they only needed one goal to come out on top. It was Lori Goddard on a penalty kick in the second half. The Pride defense held Princeton without a shot on goal to win it 1-0. Then they returned home for their second CAA game against Stony Brook on Saturday night, and in the first half it was Goddard again, another penalty kick. Pride were up 1-0 at halftime, and then they added to it in the second. Goddard with his second goal of the game, 6th of the season already. That is tops in the CAA. That made it 2-0, and later in the half, Daniel Burko tallied his 4th goal of the season on the header off the throw-in. Those two guys have scored all 10 Hofstra goals through the first 6 games. Pride improved to 2-0 in the CAA with a 3-0 win. Well, tonight the Pride hit the road for a rematch of last year's NCAA tournament loss when they visit Vermont. And then on Saturday, they're back here at home for another CAA match against Monmouth. That is a 7 o'clock start here at Captain's Field. Well, the women's soccer team has made program history. They have now tied in 4 consecutive games. Thursday night, it was a 1-1 draw at Brown. The lone goal came from Matilda Braithwaite. And on Sunday, they played to a scoreless draw here at home against Dartmouth. This week, it is a pair of home games for the Pride as they will begin CAA play. Thursday night, they host Elon. That is a 7 o'clock start. And Sunday afternoon, they'll play Campbell. That one gets going at 2 o'clock. The Hofstra field hockey team continues to play well under second-year head coach Hillary Fitz. They split the weekend, losing 2-1 on the road at Yale on Friday, but but they bounced back nicely here at home on Sunday. They trailed Villanova 1-0 in the first quarter when it was Jamie Lewis with her third goal of the season. That tied the game at 1. This one headed to overtime yet again, and the Pride yet again had that OT magic. It was Teresa Karoff on the penalty stroke with the game-winning goal. It's the Pride's third win beyond regulation already this season. They beat Villanova 2-1. Goalie Lucy Hollister made 18 saves over the 2 games this weekend. She won her second CAA Rookie of the Week award. Pride played just 1 game this weekend. It is here at home on Sunday against UC Davis. Well, that'll do it for this episode of Blue and Gold Weekly. We'll be back next week with a brand new edition. Thanks so much for watching, and go Pride.